Hey, have you ever wondered how muscles actually grow? Or maybe why you feel sore after a hard workout? And how food somehow magically turns into fuel and muscle? Today we're diving deep into the science of muscle growth, like hypertrophy, food metabolism, exercise selection, and yeah, why DOMS hits like a truck after leg day. Let's break the bro science and get down to the real facts. So, muscle growth, or hypertrophy, is basically the increase in the size of muscle fibers. Not the number of fibers, just the size. It mostly happens when you do resistance training, and, well, there are three key mechanisms you should know about. First, there's mechanical tension. That's lifting heavy loads under control. Then, muscle damage. Those microscopic tears you get from eccentric or lowering movements. And finally, metabolic stress. That's the burn you feel during high reps, which is linked to cellular swelling and metabolite buildup. When you trigger these factors, your body responds by ramping up muscle protein synthesis, which is the process where it rebuilds those damaged fibers stronger and thicker than before. Here's the thing, muscles don't actually grow in the gym. While lifting weights and pushing your limits with intense workouts is absolutely necessary to stimulate muscle fibers, the real magic happens after you leave the gym. It's a common misconception that the time you spend sweating and straining is when your muscles get bigger. In reality, that's just the trigger. The actual growth process takes place during recovery, and that's where nutrition steps in as the unsung hero of muscle building. They grow when you recover, and that means food is absolutely essential. Think of your body as a construction site. Your workouts create the blueprint, but food provides the raw materials needed to build and repair. Without the right nutrients, your body simply can't rebuild muscle fibers stronger and thicker than before. So, if you're skipping meals or not paying attention to what you eat, you're missing out on the most important part of the muscle building equation. Your body uses carbohydrates for energy, which get converted to glucose and then stored as glycogen in your muscles. Glycogen is like fuel for your workouts and recovery. When you train hard, your muscles tap into these glycogen stores to power through each rep and set. If you don't replenish them with enough carbs, you'll feel fatigued, your performance will drop, and your recovery will slow down. That's why including whole grains, fruits, and starchy vegetables in your diet is so important for anyone serious about building muscle. Protein is used for repair and growth. It's broken down into amino acids, especially leucine, which, by the way, is key for triggering muscle protein synthesis. Every time you lift, you create tiny tears in your muscle fibers. Protein helps patch up those tears, making your muscles stronger and bigger over time. High-quality protein sources like chicken, fish, eggs, dairy, tofu, and legumes are all excellent choices. And don't forget, spreading your protein intake throughout the day helps maximize muscle repair and growth. And fats? They're important for hormone production, including testosterone, which plays a big role in muscle development. Healthy fats from foods like avocados, nuts, seeds, and olive oil not only support your joints and brain, but also help regulate hormones that are crucial for muscle growth. Don't shy away from fats. They're a vital part of a balanced muscle-building diet. Oh, and here's a quick scientific fact. According to the Journal of the International Society of Sports Nutrition, consuming about 1.6 to 2.2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight is ideal for maximizing hypertrophy. That means if you weigh 70 kilos, you should aim for at least 112 to 154 grams of protein each day. Remember, building muscle isn't just about lifting heavier weights. It's about fueling your body with the right nutrients at the right times to unlock your full potential. If you want to grow muscle efficiently, you've got to train smart. It's not just about showing up and lifting weights, it's about having a plan, understanding your body, and making every rep count. Training smart means maximizing your time and effort in the gym, so you see real results without burning out or risking injury. Here's how you do it. Start by setting clear goals for your training. Are you aiming for size, strength, or endurance? Knowing your target helps you tailor your workouts for the best possible outcome. And remember, consistency is key. Progress comes from showing up week after week, not from a single epic session. First, focus on heavy compound lifts. These are the foundation of any effective muscle building program. Compound movements recruit more muscle fibers, burn more calories, and stimulate greater hormonal responses than isolation exercises. Compound exercises activate multiple muscle groups and create the most mechanical tension. This tension is what signals your body to grow stronger and bigger. When you challenge your muscles with heavy loads, you force them to adapt and rebuild, leading to real growth over time. So think squats for your legs, glutes, and core. Squats are a powerhouse move that not only build lower body strength but also improve your overall stability and athleticism. Deadlifts for your whole posterior chain. This lift targets your hamstrings, glutes, lower back, and even your grip, making it one of the most effective full-body exercises you can do. Bench press for your chest, triceps, and shoulders. The bench press is a classic upper body builder, helping you develop pressing power and muscle mass across your torso. Pull-ups for your back and biceps. Mastering pull-ups not only builds a strong, wide back but also challenges your arms and core. And overhead press for your shoulders. This move is essential for building strong, rounded delts and improving your upper body strength. You want these in the 6 to 12 rep range, using about 70 to 85% of your 1 rep max. This range is ideal for hypertrophy, meaning muscle growth, while still allowing you to lift heavy enough to challenge yourself. Track your progress, and don't be afraid to gradually increase the weight as you get stronger. Next, add accessory exercises. Once you've knocked out the big lifts, use isolation movements to cause metabolic stress and muscle damage. Stuff like leg extensions, which target your quads and help you focus on weak points or muscle imbalances. Curls, lateral raises, cable flies, and bicep curls all help you zero in on specific muscles, giving them the extra attention they need to grow. These moves are perfect for adding shape and definition, and for pushing your muscles to their limits. Training to near failure is key, especially with these accessory lifts. Pushing yourself close to your limits ensures you're recruiting as many muscle fibers as possible, which is crucial for growth. But always listen to your body. Good form and recovery are just as important as intensity. Train smart, stay consistent, and watch your muscles grow. So, when it comes to science-backed training volume for hypertrophy, you'll want to aim for about 10 to 20 sets per muscle group each week. And, make sure to train each muscle twice a week for the best recovery and stimulation. Oh, and don't forget about your rest between sets. Take 60 to 90 seconds for your accessory exercises, and around 2 to 3 minutes when you're doing compound lifts. DOM stands for Delayed Onset Muscle Soreness, and if you've ever woken up the day after a tough workout feeling stiff, achy, or even struggling to walk down the stairs, you've experienced it firsthand. It's that deep, sometimes surprising soreness that creeps in hours after you've finished exercising, not right away like a cramp or a pulled muscle. DOMS usually peaks about 24 to 72 hours after you push your body with a new or intense workout. That's why you might feel fine right after your session, but the next day, or even 2 days later, your muscles suddenly feel heavy, tight, and tender to the touch. So what's actually happening inside your body? When you challenge your muscles in new ways, especially with unfamiliar exercises or heavier weights, you create tiny, microscopic tears in your muscle fibers. These micro tears are completely normal, and are actually part of how your muscles adapt and grow stronger over time. But in the short term, they trigger a chain reaction. Your immune system jumps into action, sending white blood cells and extra fluid to the affected area to help repair the damage. This process causes inflammation, which is your body's natural way of healing itself. The increased blood flow and immune activity are what make your muscles feel swollen, sensitive, and sometimes even warm to the touch. That's why you get that tender, tight, almost bruised feeling in your muscles. It's not just discomfort, it's your body working hard behind the scenes to rebuild and strengthen your muscle fibers, making them more resilient for next time. DOMS is most common after eccentric movements. Those are exercises where your muscles lengthen under tension, like lowering yourself into a squat, slowly bringing down a dumbbell during a bicep curl, or running downhill. These movements put extra stress on your muscles, making micro tears more likely. But here's the kicker: feeling sore doesn't actually mean you had a great workout or that you're building more muscle. It's a common myth that soreness equals progress, but in reality, you can have an effective training session and make gains without feeling much soreness at all. You can absolutely build muscle, get stronger, and improve your fitness without being super sore every time. In fact, as your body adapts to your routine, you'll likely notice less DOMS, even as you continue to make progress. So if you're feeling sore, it just means you exposed your muscles to something new or more challenging than they're used to. It's a sign of adaptation, not necessarily a badge of honor. Listen to your body, recover well, and remember, consistency matters more than chasing soreness. When you train, you break muscle down. When you rest and eat, your body goes into anabolic mode, using amino acids to rebuild the damaged fibers. Your satellite cells multiply and fuse with existing fibers, making them thicker and stronger. This is why sleep, nutrition, and recovery days are non-negotiable. So here's your hypertrophy checklist. Lift heavy compound movements first. Add high-rep accessory exercises. Eat high-protein meals, somewhere between 1.6 to 2.2 grams per kilogram of body weight. Prioritize carbs around your workouts. Sleep 7 to 9 hours. Don't chase DOMs. Chase consistency. Train each muscle 2 times per week. Rest and recover like it's your job. And according to Brad Schoenfeld's meta-analysis, combining mechanical tension, muscle damage, and metabolic stress gives the most hypertrophic gains. If you found this valuable, drop a like and hit that subscribe button. Comment below. What's your favorite muscle to train and why? And remember, muscle isn't built overnight. It's built with science, strategy, and sweat. Catch you in the next one.